Our Chaplain, Father Pringle, will lead us in our prayer and then sing our national anthem.
Please join me in casting God's blessings upon these actions. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. God our Father, you created us to strive for the best in all things. Grant to these athletes, coaches, and families the grace to strive toward excellence during this game. We pray for the safety of these athletes, protect them from injury and harm, and instill in them respect for each other. Let the competition make them strong, but never hostile, and forbid them to rejoice in the adversity of others. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to NDTV. My name is Jim Lynch, and I'm joined tonight by Mike Plunkett for the second of our two games this evening as we welcome the Peoria High Lions to Notre Dame High School. Mike, how are you feeling this evening?
Looking forward to this game. What an opener. You think about both these teams, and you're used to opening your season at a Thanksgiving tournament, playing somebody out of town, but you have two very familiar foes, and it should be exciting. Should be great entertainment.
Well, I tell you, we are certainly in uncharted waters here, starting a season in the first week of February. It's Groundhog Day, and the excitement, albeit in a close to empty gymnasium, the excitement is very, very high right here. In the background, you can hear Mr. Cummings reading off the starting lineups, and since the sound here is a little bit better than it is across the gym, I'm going to turn it over here to Mike Plunkett to share with us the starting lineups for today.
Thanks, Jim. Starting for the Lions of Peoria High School, they have a 6'5" junior named Seth Kane, a 5'8" junior, Bo Allen Jr., a 5'11" junior, Sean Kelly, number 11, number 14, a 6'4" junior, Deshaun Wells, and another 6'2" junior, number 24, Nathan Moore. And the Lions are coached by Daniel Ruffin, making his coaching debut this evening. Starting for the Irish of Notre Dame, number 2, a 6'3" junior, Nelson Reynolds. Number 3, Cheeto Madrigal, a 6'2" junior. Also starting for the Irish, number 5, a 6'2" junior, David Williams.
A 6'4" senior guard, number 4, Noah Reynolds.
Noah Reynolds, a 6'3" senior guard, wearing number 4, and a 6'6" senior forward, number 21, Matt Williams. Again, a lot of experience back for the Irish, but when you lose the Dillons and Ben Corey, it's interesting to see how these other guys are going to step up this year, so this should be a great matchup. Looking forward to it.
Well, as you can see here, it's a little bit different game, and coming out of the gate, certainly coming out of the gate differently. I'm not sure what's going on here, but as you see, the traditional jump ball here in Illinois has been suspended for the time being for a sidelines out of bound play for the visitor. So as you can see here, the Lions will be inbounding here and seeing the Irish in their well-known zone matchup defense.
That's exactly right. Now with David Williams on the top of the zone, David very athletic, got some playing time at the zone last year at the top. Very difficult defense to play against. Man-to-man principles, but it is a matchup zone.
Absolutely. Again, very aggressive, and again, two sets of brothers out here in the Williams brothers and the Reynolds brothers, and then Cheeto Madrigal being the fifth player for the Irish. Again, the Irish keeping the ball out of the middle, forcing Central to be very patient with the ball, moving around the perimeter, keeping it out of the lane. Nice block by Williams. Almost turned it over. Number 14, very scrappy effort to get the ball. The second block again.
Yeah, 2 shots and 2 blocks. Matt Williams can do that inside.
Matt is a force to be reckoned with.
Now Peoria High is coming out and they're patented. It's like their full court man-to-man defense. We'll see how well the Irish can handle this pressure.
Noah Reynolds attacking right out of the gate with a nice layup to get us off to a fast start.
Great ball movement. You get the defense moving, and then Noah's got the ability to attack, and his body control is fantastic around the basket. We'll see how the Lions attack this matchup. Again, it's not an easy thing to go against.
Long ball not on course for Nathan Moore. Nice rebound for the Irish. Strong pressure for the Lions. Matt Williams calling for the ball in the middle. Irish very patient with the ball, looking for the right shot.
And they will be. That'll be their plan tonight is be patient, attack when it's there, and that's a Noah's game.
Again, Noah waiting for the right opening, the right opportunity, and we're off to a 4-0 start for the Irish.
And then the Irish will just try to slow down the Lions with their three-quarter court ball press.
Constant movement, calling for the hands to be raised the whole time. Nice closeout from David.
And that's what Central's going to have to do. They're going to have to make some outside shots.
Nice attack on the offensive rebound. Forced out of bounds. Irish will retain possession.
Got a little too much dribbling that time by Noah.
Nice attack of the rim. Number 24, Nathan Moore, attacking the offensive board. Drew the foul on Cheeto Madrigal. His first, the team's first. Moore to the line, shooting 2 shots.
In this Lion team, it looks like there's 5 juniors who started. I remember when they were freshmen, how highly touted they were and how tough they were as a freshman unit. And now they're all together as on the varsity level as juniors.
Number 14, Colin Schuler, checking in for the Irish, giving Madrigal a break. Moore missed on both tries.
The Lions running a little full court pressure there that turns the ball over.
Number 24, Moore again attacking the hoop. Good for 2. Another quick turnover for the Irish. Moore misses a point-blank layup.
That's a good extra pass by David Williams.
And a long, nice 3 ball for number 2, Nelson Reynolds.
The test tonight for the Irish is going to see how they handle the full court pressure by Peoria High.
Agreed.
That was the job of Declan Dillon last year, and obviously Declan no longer here.
A couple of Lions checking in for Peoria, number 33 and number 10. Number 33 is Elijah Love, and number 10 is Daquan Brown. Again, as the Irish seem to slow things down and more patient.
Looks like we're going into our media timeout.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we described and shared with you in the girls' varsity game in the previous live stream, IHSA has deemed the first dead ball after the 4-minute mark to be a what we're calling a media timeout or a TV timeout. It's an opportunity for both teams to take a break and for the players to have a forced timeout and remove their masks and get to get some air essentially without their masks on. And so that's what we're experiencing right now. Neither team is charged with the timeout. It is essentially what you see in a college or professional game. It's a TV timeout. So this will happen for a couple times, 2 or 3 times during the game, and then we'll return to play. It's a little longer than your average full-time timeout. And it seemed to help the girls in the first game. Would you agree, Mike?
Yeah, I think it's good for the conditioning for the players, and I also think it's good to get that extra time out for the coaches. That's, again, like you said, part of the college game, and it's part of the high school state tournament. When the games that are televised, they do take a media timeout at the 5-minute mark each quarter, and I think that's probably a good thing to do right now, particularly this early in the season.
Absolutely. Well, the pressure continues from Peoria, but again, the Irish continue to attack and using the whole court to their advantage.
Yeah, that'll be the test, just see how they handle that pressure.
So on the entry pass, we do have a foul on number 14. As Deshaun Wells, his first. It will be the team's first. Checking in for the Irish is number 2, Nelson Reynolds, giving Matt Williams a breather.
And Cooper Koch has made his initial appearance.
Freshman Cooper Koch out of St. Vincent de Paul getting his first varsity time, getting his first time for the Irish. Nice tip pass from Schuler. And again, the Irish keeping the ball alive. But the putback did not happen. Nice drive from the Lions. Drew the foul on number 14. Check that. Number 14, Colin Schuler. That'll be his first, team's second.
And you notice after the make, the Irish go into their full court ball press, but after the miss, the Lions are looking to push the ball down the floor. They did a nice job that time and kind of caught the Irish backpedaling a little bit.
Sean Kelly converts on the first of his 2 free throws. Irish continue to move the ball around, spreading the court as wide as possible. Strong pressure from Notre Dame. And again, the Lions look very similar to Notre Dame in how they're looking to spread the court, move the ball as much as possible.
Yeah, and you can just see a little bit of Again, the rust on both teams.
Right. Baskett's good for number 33, Elijah Love, his first bucket of the game. Long ball for number 2, Nelson Reynolds, his second 3 of the game.
Shots like that will help to open things up for the Irish.
High intensity for the Irish does turn into a foul.
You can just see on the offensive end with the Irish, when you're replacing a point guard and some veterans that they had a year ago, there's just a little adjusting on the offensive end, where you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to do. And we'll see how the game progresses, how that changes.
Absolutely. That foul was called on number 2, Nelson Reynolds, his second. It'll be the team's third. Something you may not have seen on the live stream there, that the referees are enforcing the mask rule as mandated by the IHSA. And it's the second time we've seen it today, that if somebody does have their mask below their nose or below their mouth, they will enforce the rule and give a warning to the player.
Very nice ball movement by the Lions this time, but the Notre Dame stays very disciplined on defense.
Absolutely.
And a lot of size on the floor for the Irish.
The Lions continue to attack every offensive rebound. Noah Reynolds attacked the hoop on that one, but got called for the offensive charge. That'll be Reynolds' first foul, the team's 4th. Cheeto Madrigal and Matt Williams check back in for the Irish.
This is not a real big Central team, but they're very explosive around the board. They're very aggressive on the offensive board, good jumpers.
They certainly showed the aggression this first quarter. Again, defense turning into turnovers for the Irish. Very aggressive on the penetration. Nelson Reynolds for a 3 again. Third 3 of the first period. Gives him 9 points on the quarter. And at the end of the first, we have the Irish 13, Peoria High 5.
And I'm sure Coach Ruffin was not real happy with the defense there. You don't run a help off of the shooter, and they helped off of Nelson Reynolds, and very good play getting the ball to him for the open 3.
Absolutely. You could almost see it from where we were sitting. Nelson almost calling for the ball before he even passed it off to start the play.
Exactly.
And the way he's shooting this first quarter is beautifully run. Now, we talked about it, Mike, in the beginning of the girls' game. Share with me from your experience in coaching and administration. Typically, these are feelings that these young men would be feeling in November, but here we are in February.
Right.
It's the first game. Several of them have been playing, whether it's been with travel teams or rec leagues and so forth. But here we are. It's really their first game of their season. What are they feeling?
Yeah, it's something. No matter what you do, AAU, summer ball, whatever it is, there's still something about playing when you have your school uniform on, and the name of your school's on the front of your chest. That's a nice feeling. And so I think it's the excitement, the anticipation. They've been waiting for this, been wanting for this to happen for so long. And I think right now it's just they're happy they're playing. I think they're just enjoying the fact they're playing basketball again against somebody other than themselves, and games that count.
Now at the break here, it's Notre Dame's ball, and number 34, Lathan Somerville, has checked in for the Irish, which puts 2 freshmen on the court for Notre Dame at this time.
Right now, Notre Dame across the front line goes 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", which is a pretty imposing
Absolutely.
high school lineup.
That foul was called on number 33, Cooper Koch. That would be his first, the team's fifth. Number 4, Noah Reynolds checks in after a brief break for Koch. Incredible communication on the part of the Irish, making sure everybody knows where they need to be on that court. Strong block by Somerville. But again, incredible hustle by the Lions, gets the ball back. We're seeing a lot of these scrappy, rough turnovers from both teams. Is this first game jitters? Is it just not having played as much as you typically would at this stage?
I think it's. I think there's first game jitters. I think there's just that rust, and you're playing against somebody different. I think it's just a whole different feel, and we'll see how the game progresses, how they get away from that. And there's a lot of young players out in the floor too.
That's back-to-back baskets there from Nelson Reynolds.
Nelson's shooting the ball with a lot of confidence right now, and the Irish are doing a good job of converting a miss into a transition basket.
I tell you, he is seeing the court and seeing the basket very well this evening, along with Nathan Moore. In between those two baskets from Nelson, we saw Nathan with a nice putback on the other side of the court. And there's a nice replay of Cheeto Madrigal. Was that? Yeah, I believe that was getting his first basket of the season. Right now we're looking at Irish leading by 10, but incredible athleticism and hustle from both teams in the first part of this game.
They are definitely playing hard. And again, they're just kind of feeling each other out, and just kind of working the kinks out a little bit. Even the coaches are trying to figure out what their best combinations are going to be at this point. And that's what the Lions are going to have to do. That was number 10.
Yeah, number 10, nice line ball from Taquan Brown.
And you're going to have to make some shots like that as you attack this matchup that the Irish put on you.
Over and back call against the Irish. Gives the ball back to the Lions.
And again, that Peoria high pressure, it's relentless. It's every time for 32 minutes. And as a matter of fact, I know when young Daniel Ruffin played when he was in high school, one of the things Coach Bisher would always put on the blackboard was 32 minutes, and he would circle it. You play the game for 32 minutes. And
I think he certainly brought this philosophy to this team here. Colin Schuler's checked back in for the Irish, giving Somerville a break. 3 balls off target for Matt Williams, and the Lions are back in quick transition.
And Matt Williams is capable of making that shot, so that's not a horrible shot for the Irish. Good look down the floor. Brother to brother on this one.
Nice feed on that, and beautiful job of drawing the foul there from Matt Williams.
Madrigal made a great play, saving the ball from going out of bounds.
Absolutely.
Found David Williams in the corner. David penetrated and dished it to his brother.
That foul was on number 11, Sean Kelly. That'll be his first, the team's second. Matt Williams sinks the first of his 2 free throws. Number 33, Elijah Love, checks in for the Lions, giving number 11, Sean Kelly, a break. Second free throw is off target for Williams.
And again, on the miss, the Lions look to push the ball down the floor, but the Irish get back on defense in good shape.
Again, it almost looked once again that Williams had another finger on that ball.
Right.
His ability to be long and extend creates a lot of blocks for his team.
Yeah, if he doesn't get a hand on it, he certainly will change those shots.
Noah's attack just fell a little bit short. And again, the Lions are back in very quick transition. David Williams picks up his first foul, team 6. And Central will be inbounding underneath the basket. That foul puts Peoria in bonus. Great transition for the Irish, leading to 2 points for
and David Williams made a nice job. He changed that shot a little bit, got a hand on it, changed his shot, and then
he was out of the gates right after that.
They ran the floor for an easy layup.
Incredible pressure from the Irish. Leads Coach Ruffin to call a timeout almost immediately.
Yeah, he saw where this is going. You don't want to let us run off 2-3 quick baskets. And again, it's teaching. You can see in the huddles, the coaches are talking to their players. They're teaching them. This is, again, it's like a November game where you'd be playing a non-conference opponent in a Thanksgiving tournament. Instead, you're playing a city rival, and a lot of intensity, but a long ways to go yet.
Now, some of the things you can't see over the live stream here is that there appears to be no fans here today. We are flanked on either side in the upper balcony by parents of the home team. Again, mandated by IHSA that we are limited in who we can have present with us today. So it is a much quieter gym than we are used to here in the kitchen.
That's right. Yeah, usually these boys' games are the band playing, the cheerleaders, the stands are packed, and it's quite an event. But the kids have to learn to adjust, and they've adjusted a lot of things this school year, and this is just another part of it. But again, I think if you ask them all, they're just really happy to be playing.
I think so, and again, you will see through the live stream here that the teams are appropriately and socially distanced, not only on the bench, but we are in the stands as well, and then masked the full time, from the time they enter the building to the time they leave. Whether you're in the game or on the bench, you're required to be masked.
That's exactly right.
Again, the Irish continue their matchup zone principles.
And they will not sway away from that. Good help, but a nice move.
Incredible penetration, and number 15 there, Tim Whitney Williams, just refused to give up on attacking the hoop there. Great move by Matt Williams. Wonderful spin move in through the lane, leading to 2 quick points.
That was a nice senior move. You could tell just the experience. Those are some of the things you just over time you just get better and more comfortable and more confident with. Very nice play by Matt. Okay, the Irish make you earn your points. And I think the Lions are doing a very nice job of being patient on offense, trying to attack.
And then there's a case of it right there where Elijah Love just did not give up on the shot. Again, the Lions continuing to show themselves of attacking the offensive rebounds. Every shot attacking the offensive rebound. Irish having a couple substitutions with Nelson Reynolds checking into the game, and Alex Osmolski getting his first time here this season for the Irish. Colin Schuler and Cheeto Madrigal getting a break. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Ben Kelly, number 10, Ben Kelly. That's my mistake, everybody. Senior Ben Kelly, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Ben is a senior, that is correct. And he comes out firing.
A nice look. Substitution for the Lions, number 1, Seth Kane checking in. And a couple more quick substitutions for the Lions. Number 5, Amarian Young, and number 14, Deshaun Wells checking in as well.
It's a tough spot to pick the ball up there. He got away with it that time, but Notre Dame did a good job of pushing him where they wanted him to be.
Again, Matt Williams in the lane. It is
It's nice to have that little backup on defense.
Exactly. We're seeing today few players harder to shoot against in the lane. Jump ball, possession towards the Lions. Another Lions substitution, number 33, Elijah Love, checking back in, giving number 14, Deshaun Wells, a breather. And another late substitution for the Lions, number 10, Daquan Brown, checking back in.
The Lions continue to attack the basket.
Fouls on number 21, Matt Williams. That'll be his first, the team's 7th.
Yeah, I think Matt got caught a little push off where he went up for the offensive rebound.
With that foul, puts number 33, Elijah Love, at the line for one in the bonus. First free throw is good for Love, which will reward him with a second. Love makes both of his free throws.
All of a sudden, it's a 4-point game.
I was going to say, it's Irish have been in a little bit of a drought here. A little too much pressure from the Lions, and number 5, Amarian Young, picks up his first, team's 3rd. Strong move from Noah Reynolds. And picks up a foul from number 1, Seth Kane, his first, team's 4th. Reynolds is awarded 2 shots.
Nice to see Noah taking the ball to the basket. We'd kind of got a little bit comfortable with shooting the 3 a few times down the floor and make some things happen.
I think one of the things that gives us the opportunity to shoot that 3 is his ability to get to the rim and getting the ball on into the inside.
That's exactly right.
Coach Ruffin calling for the Lions to slow things down a bit.
I know Coach wanted that last shot of the quarter, I'm sure, and Guard just got a little anxious with the basketball that time. Now with the Irish having possession to start the second half, I would think they would go for the last shot here to end the first half, unless something good comes up sooner.
And again, Noah Reynolds attacking the hoop for 2. Well, and that'll conclude the first half with the Irish 25, Lions 18. A strong first half, but a lot of aggression. But Mike, correct me if I'm wrong in saying that it's the first game.
You can tell it's the first game.
Yeah.
You can certainly tell. Points are hard to come by. Just looking, I think that last shot that we blocked, I think that was the 5th shot we blocked this half, and that helps when all else fails. The one thing you can't do is you can't teach height, and we do have it, and you can bail your defense out of a lot of things when you got some guys back there who can block some shots, and that's what we're able to do there. And we're just doing enough on offense to stay ahead, but it's kind of what I thought it'd be. Going to be a defensive struggle early on, and I think it's probably going to be that way all the way to the end.
Well, we've got another great second half coming up for you. But before we go there, it's my absolute pleasure to introduce for you the Peoria Notre Dame dance team in a pre-recorded routine. Due to social distancing rules, the routine had to be pre-recorded. So once again, my absolute pleasure to share with you the Peoria Notre Dame dance team.
Don't let your bones, muscles, or joints slow you down. At Midwest Orthopedic Center, we're experts at helping people of all ages relieve pain and restore function so you can get the most out of life. Midwest Orthopedic Center, proud to be the viewer's choice.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our live stream here. We are at halftime. We've got about 7 minutes left of halftime, so if you're time to get some snacks and save yourself from having to listen to me and Mike. But before we take a little longer break here, we would be we'd be not doing our duty if we didn't take a minute to thank the incredible sponsors who are making this live stream happen today. First, the Peoria Notre Dame Boosters, who go above and beyond the call of duty to support athletics here at the school. In addition to them, the J.R. Koch team through Maloof Realty and then DVI, J.C. Dillon, the Pipco companies, Jones Brother Jewelers, and then of course Midwest Orthopedic Center, whose short ad you just saw. Again, an incredible group of sponsors who we have supporting the programs here at Notre Dame, and you know, knowing many of these people and families, all wonderful people as well.
And again, as we said earlier, when you look at the time frame people had to work with here, we just found out just, you know, in the last couple of weeks there's even going to be basketball. Then how was it going to be? Nobody had any idea. And then putting this live stream on is an expensive endeavor. And our tech department here at Peoria Notre Dame has done a wonderful job. This equipment is top notch. I can't even describe it because I don't know what it is. But they've done just a wonderful job putting this together. But it's not possible without the sponsors. So for those people to step forward in such a short period of time, it just truly speaks to the spirit of the community, the Peoria Notre Dame community, and just really the basketball community in Peoria in general.
Couldn't have said it better, Mike. Couldn't have said it better. So we're going to go from here, and speaking of that incredible tech team, I think they have a few highlights queued up for us to share with you here. And I have a list here that I'm going to read from to tell you what they are, and that's absolutely not true. We're good, and we will be great, but this is our first time out of the gate. But I'm going to cue the booth to pull some of these up for us so we can see what some of our highlights from the first half are. All right, folks, we're back. We got about almost a minute and a half before the start of the third quarter. Again, first game of the season. It's the first week of February. Scores 25-18 with Notre Dame leading the Lions. Fairly balanced scoring coming from the Lions with Sess Kane having 2 points, Daquan Brown 5 all in, I believe, the second quarter there with a 3 and a follow putback 2. Sean Kelly had a free throw. Tim Whitney Williams with the 2. Nathan Moore with the 2. And then Elijah Love leading all scorers for the Lions with 6. Fairly balanced.
Yeah, and Elijah Love has done a nice job around the basket. And we were talking about this off air, that just the fact that the size of Notre Dame has changed some shots around the basket. We've got, we believe, 5 block shots in that first half from the Irish, and you start changing shots. And so Love has been the one who's been able to finish around the basket for the Lions.
Now, for the Irish, they're being led by Nelson Reynolds, and certainly 3 threes in the first quarter, followed with a couple more buckets in the second. Certainly is pacing the team there. Noah with 7 points as well, and then David Williams with 2, and then Matt Williams with 3 rounds up the scoring for the Irish.
And that's kind of to be expected. Just you take what's given to you. Nelson has had some opportunities to get some open looks from the outside, and Noah Reynolds taking the ball to the basket. So it's not surprising they're the 2 that have the points right now. The other guys are really doing a nice job of getting the ball to them in spots where they can score. Just on cue, nice extra pass.
It was a good look for the Irish, just didn't fall. And again, high pressure defense immediately out of the break. Nice take by number 24, Nathan Moore, to open the scoring in the second half for the Lions.
And I think that's what the Lions are going to look to do a little bit more this half, is try to do a little slicing to the basket.
Seth Kane picks up his second foul, first for the team in the second half. You notice Coach Ruffin very quickly got Kane off of David Williams,
yes,
and put Nathan Moore on him.
Another good look. Didn't fall.
And they called a foul on the rebound on Matt Williams there. That will be his second, the team's first.
Very tough shot. That was Deshaun Wells.
Deshaun Wells with his first basket of the
Very
game.
tough turnaround over 6 foot Matt Williams, or 6'6" Matt Williams.
Williams calling for the ball in the middle, kicks it. Attempted to kick it out to his brother, but was tipped, and the Irish will retain possession. Officials timeout for something on the floor.
Mr. King proving he still has good eyesight.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I didn't see it. That's why I'm sitting here not
We
officiating.
were twice as close to it, and I still couldn't see it. That foul away from the ball was on number 2, Bo Allen Jr., his first, team's second.
Kind of noticed he's getting a little chippy on the floor, a little more physical as his half started.
A turnover for the Irish gives the ball back to the Lions.
Things are getting a little ragged on the floor right now.
It's certainly picking up where they did in the first half, and I think the polish is going to come in the games to follow. But that foul was on number 14, Deshaun Wells, his second, team's third.
The Irish just need a bucket to get things going here.
And again, Noah Reynolds with a beautiful drive to the hoop. Block call was on number 11, Sean Kelly, his second, team's fourth. And within about the first 2.5 minutes here, the Lions have matched their foul total for the whole first half. Reynolds to the line shooting 2 shots.
A game like this, you got to make your free throws. Every point's going to be earned this one. Sometimes you just need to get on the board to start the half. Yep. Struggled a little bit there. Noah, being a senior leader, took the ball to the basket.
You could see he called for it and wanted to,
exactly,
as you said, just get them on the board. And
exactly.
in a situation like that, I don't disagree. Nice floater for number 2, Bo Allen Jr. Nice take by Matt Williams off of the feed from his brother, David.
I'd like seeing us taking the ball to the basket right now and kind of forcing the action a little bit.
The one thing you notice about the Notre Dame defense, well, here comes Noah down the court. A nice drive and beautiful finish. Travel violation.
Travel, we're going to go to a timeout, I believe.
And that will be our first TV timeout of the second half, giving the players a couple-minute rest. And there again is a highlight, just a replay of that beautiful pick and roll set by older brother Matt, and the beautiful assist from David. And again, Noah attacking the hoop, which is just something that he is exceedingly gifted at doing.
Yeah, the fact that we struggled to get some points early in this half, and now we take the ball to the basket, and we went from 25 to 30 in just a blink of an eye, just by the aggressiveness, pushing the issue a little bit, not giving that long rebound. That's the thing when you take the threes and you miss the threes, you get a long rebound. The defense now has a little bit of a head start on a fast break, and that's what the Lions are going to look to do, try to push the ball if they can. The thing I've been impressed with Peoria High, though, is if they don't get that easy basket to start with, they've shown a great deal of patience on offense against this very difficult matchup zone that Notre Dame throws at you.
Noah fouls on his own shot, gets a rebound, but the putback isn't there.
Tough roll.
Well, again, a lot of height for the Irish. Oh, boy, Noah Reynolds with a beautiful dunk.
Noah's eyes were big as saucers when he got the ball there and saw a little daylight in front of him.
Just looking over to the booth to make sure that we have that highlight saved to share again.
Excellent play by David Williams.
And again, just David Williams doing what he's known for doing.
Yeah, David could play a game and not score a point and be the most valuable player on the floor some nights.
That foul on Nathan Moore there, his first, team's fifth. Nathan Moore picking up his first. Again, number 33, Elijah Love, continue
Love
to play
has
his
been
inning game.
He has been a load inside.
Yeah.
He's very good with the ball inside, finishes well.
Number 4, Beatrick Pollard Jr. checking in for the Lions. Beautiful entry pass. Yeah, beautiful entry pass from David. Unfortunately, Noah didn't get a chance to finish it as he was fouled.
Lions have done a good job on Nelson this half, but just as I'm speaking, he finds himself free.
You should have spoke earlier, Mike.
I know it.
Nice three-pointer from Nelson Reynolds.
Koch with the steal.
And a beautiful putback from Koch. Again, showing incredible composure for a freshman, Cooper Koch, with the steal and the layup. Again, I think we've seen in both games today. All right, hold on. I just want to show that replay of Koch right there. And speaking of Koch, and we mentioned Somerville earlier, and we saw in today's game earlier, Maya Wardle. 3 freshmen getting great varsity minutes, showing incredible maturity and athleticism. And composure. I mean, it's great to have that talent here at Peoria, Notre Dame.
Well, this is an outstanding freshman class, as you well know, being the father of one of them. But outstanding class, and I think there's good freshmen all around the city, which I'm excited to see as well. But it's nice to see these young kids stepping in and being able to play at the varsity level. That's not an easy thing to do. It's a big jump from 8th grade basketball to the varsity level. That's a huge jump, and these guys have shown the ability to do so.
Well, I will say all three of those freshmen playing up come from fantastic pedigrees.
That's right.
Wonderful families, and we're blessed and very happy to have them here at Notre Dame. You see incredible intensity coming out from the Irish right here, and again, it turns into another turnover. Oh, great look from Colin Schuler to Nelson Reynolds, slicing down the lane for a nice two.
What was a 3-point game, we've gone on a 14-4 run here.
Right.
And it was started with Noah Reynolds taking that ball to the basket.
Nelson Reynolds called for the foul there, his second, team's second. Number 3, Austin Jones checking in for the Lions, giving Amarian Young a break for Central. Nice shot for number 2, Bo Allen Jr. He's been a nice little burst for the Lions this second half.
That was a huge basket for the Lions. They were letting things slip away, and that was something they needed. Gonna call travel there.
Again, David Williams, high pressure, sets the tone for this team.
And you look at that length with Koch on top, along with David Williams. You got Colin Schuler at 6'7" in the back. Not easy to see over that.
No. They cover a lot of ground. A lot of ground.
And he's capable of doing that.
Yep. I mean,
he is capable.
As much as he's a threat inside, incredibly gifted beyond the arc.
His dad was the same type player. He could go outside and shoot it.
Nice rebound from Schuler, and the Irish continue to move quickly down the court. Strong rebound from Noah Reynolds in the putback. Gives the Irish a 15-point lead here late in the third. And at the end of three, it's a 15-point lead for the Irish, 44-29. Mike, what was the difference there you saw? I mean, it was in the last, say, 2 minutes that a switch flipped for the Irish.
Yeah, you know, what I noticed is probably about that 4-minute mark where we hadn't scored and we were content with shooting the ball from the outside, and the Peoria High was coming down and being a little more aggressive with the basketball. Then we started taking the ball to the basket, creating some things, and that got us started, and I think we got some easier baskets, which now it lets our defense take over once we score.
Well, I'm happy to share with you that Midwest Orthopedic Center, comprehensive, progressive, and caring. When you experience injury or illness affecting your bones, muscles, or joints, you need the expert care of an orthopedic specialist. You need Midwest Orthopedic Center. They are the only medical practice in Central Illinois with board-certified experts in every orthopedic subspecialty, including back and neck surgery. Plus, they offer advanced treatment options and convenient on-site services like digital x-ray and comprehensive therapy and rehabilitation. Midwest Orthopedic Center is conveniently located in Peoria and Pekin. Their Peoria facility is home to Midwest Ortho First, the area's only walk-in clinic for same-day treatment of concussion and orthopedic injuries. Once again, Midwest Orthopedic Center, a fantastic resource here in our community. So Lathan Somerville picks up his first foul of the game, putting number 14, Deshaun Wells, to the line for 2 shots.
And that offensive rebound was a result of another block shot by the Irish. So our big guys are making their presence felt, and you see right now we got our 2 big freshmen in the game along with 6'7" Colin Schuler, Jr. Not a senior on the floor for the Irish at this time.
Foul called. And number 14, Deshaun Wells, that'll be his third, team's, I think, 7th. Yes, it'll be a 1-on-1. Cooper Koch to the line shooting. Koch hits the first, and again, giving the opportunity to shoot another. Checking in for the Lions, number 20. Yes, number 20.
TJ Whitney
Thomas.
Koch has a very nice shot, nice stroke.
And immediately making his presence known here as a freshman. Fouls on number 14, Colin Schuler, his second, team's third.
Again, just good pressure defense by the Irish, forcing a Peoria High timeout. And that's really what this Notre Dame defense is designed to do. It's just constant just the ball press, are just hawking the ball. They're constantly on you. The hands up. They got good size, and they just wear you down over the course of a game. And I can see a little bit of that happening right now.
What do you see, Mike, the biggest differences between this year's team and last year's?
Well, we're much bigger, and I think we're deeper this year. I think last year Coach Locker felt comfortable going about 7 deep, maybe 6 or 7 deep. But I think we're deeper, obviously bigger, but we're as big as anybody we'll probably see this season.
Right.
But I also feel like it's going to take us a while to adjust to losing the seniors who we lost last year.
Absolutely.
But I think as the game has gone on here, we've seen improvement. We've seen guys that have stepped up.
We've had a couple of sloppy exchanges here back and forth, and again, just both teams looking to get something strong going here.
And you got some different people on the floor.
Strong take by Latham. Somerville just struggled to finish.
Just couldn't finish. But I think it's safe to say this is the first time this combination of Notre Dame players has been in a varsity game together. So they're figuring things out. But it's
falls on number 34, Latham Somerville. Number 21, Matt Williams checking back in for the Irish, giving Colin Schuler a breather. Good closeout by Somerville, but not enough. And number 10, Daquan Brown hits the 3.
Yeah, that old out-of-bounds play. You got to watch for the guy throwing the ball in, and freshman got caught a little bit looking. Again, very nice.
Nice cut. It's a fantastic move by Somerville, and he had a lot of people giving him a lot of affection on that play.
Yeah, Somerville's doing a nice job moving without the ball, asking for the ball. He's a big target, obviously, and anxious to see how he develops over this year and his entire career.
Somerville hits his first of the 1-and-1. Somerville next on the second of the 1-and-1.
And you're talking about the pedigree. I had the privilege of I coached Lathan's mom when she was in high school at Peoria High, and was there working in the building when his dad was a student there. And just not only tremendous athletes, Grandpa Gene Petty is one of the greatest athletes ever to come out of Peoria.
Another block for Matt Williams.
But just outstanding character, just outstanding people, and you can just see the way kids carry themselves, the reflection of their parents. Same with Cooper Koch. I don't know that family the way you probably do, but just by watching them over the years, I know where he's coming from and what he's all about. And these guys are tremendous young men.
Absolutely. During that last dead ball, number 12, Alex Osmolsky checked in for the Irish. Cheeto Madrigal, Ben Kelly, Noah Reynolds, and Matt Williams round out the rest of the team on the floor right now. A strong take by number 24, Nathan Moore, to the hoop. Number 21, Matt Williams, gets called to the foul, his third. Moore will go to the line, trying to complete the three-point play. Number 24. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Irish ran a nice little set there, and Matt Williams, rolling down the lane for the ball, did a really nice job executing with guys that don't normally see a lot of playing time on the floor, getting the job done.
Completely agree. Wonderful move, and drew the foul on Nathan Moore, his second, and Matt Williams is awarded one in the bonus. Knocks down the first. Number 2, Bo Allen Jr. checked back in for the Lions. And Williams picks up the second free throw. Strong take to the hoop by number 10, Daquan Brown. Again, Matt Williams brings it right back and delivers the same for the Irish. Matt Williams picks up his another foul, and Nathan Moore to the line shooting 2 shots. Moore hits the first. And the second of its 2.
Good idea, just didn't execute it.
Lions are not going away quietly. Nice bucket by Sean Kelly. Kelly returns and picks up his third, putting the Irish to the line for 2 shots. Noah Reynolds will shoot 2 as the Irish are now in double bonus. This timeout is again the timeout designated by the IHSA to give the players a little extra rest, called affectionately here the TV timeout.
Or the media, to be fair
Media.
to be fair to the
Yeah, well, this is a live stream, so we'll just call it media.
media. That's right.
So. Once again, there's what feels like one of Matt Williams' 42 blocks tonight.
There have been several. Now, Central has changed their just their way of doing things this half, a little more aggressive, taking the ball to the basket.
They came out a lot flatter than we saw in the first half,
Right.
And then certainly the last 2 minutes of the third quarter was we thought maybe the game was over, but
Exactly.
Things changed here in the first half and the fourth quarter. We certainly have seen a much more lively Coach Ruffin on the other side of the court, but putting themselves in bonus so early in the third quarter will create trouble for them.
It was if we're making free throws, which, that's something we're going to have to do this year. We're going to have to step up and make our free throws.
Reynolds makes both of his free throws, puts the Irish back up by 14. About 4:10 left here in the fourth quarter. Nice and just fast break execution.
Yeah, Madrigal just did a very nice job running the floor, and Reynolds found him. But again, that when you start shooting the long shots, those that you miss, you get the long rebounds, and then you get those breakouts.
Noah Reynolds just muscling that ball away there on that rebound. What looked like could have been another block for the Irish. May have gotten a little too much body on it. Noah picks up Another foul.
I think Coach Locker, I was just thinking the same thing. He's calling David Williams over and probably telling him, take that shot.
Yeah.
David can shoot it. David's a good shooter.
First free throw is good for number 10, Daquan Brown. Brown, who's been quite a spark for these Lions tonight. He's been a steady player with a couple of threes. And he's knocked down both of those free throws.
Central's going to win some games this year. They've got some talent. They've got kids are playing hard. Just a tough opener for them.
Nelson Reynolds knocking down both free throws. Continue just having a very solid first game for him. And again, Coach Locker has all 5 starters back on the floor for the Irish here. And a beautiful assist and finish. Nelson Reynolds picks up another bucket.
Yeah, Nelson, this is as well as I've seen Nelson play. Not just shooting the ball, but just overall his demeanor's great on the court.
Again, you're seeing here the Irish defense able to cover so much of the court. Even as they continue to try to spread out the floor, there is incredible coverage by this.
That's what makes it so difficult. That's what I was saying about
zone,
this Peoria High team. I think they're gonna win a lot of games. I think they're a nice team. Got some good talent, some nice players, but this is not an easy defense to open your season up against.
But it does leave the opportunity for open spots like that.
Exactly.
And a three ball for Daquan Brown, who again just.
Very nice play by David Williams.
Yeah, David staying put, taking the charge. I believe that foul was on number 10, Daquan Brown.
I think they're checking a spot on the floor. It looked like Cheeto Madrigal took a spill.
There's it's not every day that your head coach comes out and drives the floor for
Well,
you.
you know, he saw Jim Matson down on the baseline with the camera, and he said, I'm going to get a little air time showing that I can do it all.
It was fantastic. I think normally he'd get a round of applause for that. But again,
That's right. That's right.
A little thinner crowd these days.
Very
And
nice.
Lions caught sleeping and led to a beautiful layup by Cheeto Madrigal.
Now I think Coach Locker feels a little more comfortable, and he's ready to empty the bench.
Peoria Notre Dame calling a timeout strictly to get rotation in.
Exactly.
And a few faces on the court that I don't think we have seen yet tonight.
And the Lions have not, they haven't laid down. They've, got behind and brought it back within about 12 points, and they were fighting, and it's been a battle. I'm anxious to see how this Lion team progresses as the season goes on. And I think there's just so much potential with this Notre Dame team. I think the sky is probably the limit to what this team can accomplish. Just unfortunate there's not a state tournament this year, but don't need to look that far ahead.
Right. I think it's the old mentality of taking it one game at a time, and I certainly favor green and blue over most other colors right now. But this is an exceedingly talented team for Notre Dame. But I certainly can't take anything away from Peoria High. They showed up today and battled hard. They're an aggressive team, and I think they can look forward to a nice season.
Got some new faces on the floor for the Irish. Number 11, Jacob Johnson's on the floor. Number 22, Charlie Woolsey. Those guys are both sophomores. We have Liam Donnelly, a senior, number 24 on the floor. And then Ben Kelly and Alex Osmolsky back in the ball game for the Irish.
Irish just working the ball around, looking to end the game safely.
Liam Donnelly
for three, just a little off target. Cooper Koch checking in for Ben Kelly, it looks like. And three ball is good for Austin Jones for the last 3 points of the game. Final score, PND 62, Peoria High 45. So my final thoughts on the game. First game for both teams. Pretty close for most of the game. I for almost 2.5 quarters, I would say pretty neck and neck. I mean, I think PND had a little bit of a run there in the first half, but outside of that, we were within 5 to 6 points most of the game.
It was a 7-point game at the half, and the Lions came out and scored the first 4. The second half, it was a 3-point game, and then a little run by the Irish, which was able to extend the lead out now again to about 10 or 12 points. And again, it's just, some veterans. There's some young kids, obviously, but there's you take the Williams brothers and the Reynolds brothers, who got a lot of playing time a year ago, so you got a lot of experience on the floor. And just over the course of a game, you can wear your opponent down, and that's the idea. That's what the ball press is about. That's what that matchup zone is about. And again, I've said it before earlier this evening. You can't teach guys to be big, and we're just big. We're big inside, and we change shots, and we can force teams maybe to do some things they don't want to do.
Right.
And we've got some guys that can shoot the ball. Obviously, Nelson Reynolds had an excellent game shooting the ball tonight, but he's not the only one. We've got a lot of guys who can shoot the ball. So we're a dangerous team, and I think we're just going to continue to get better and better. I think it's going to be a fun team to watch this season.
Well, I think Coach Ruffin has to be happy with what he saw tonight. Certainly Daquan Brown. I think Nathan Moore showed incredible potential and poise against a tough Irish team. And then Elijah Love on the inside is a force to be reckoned with, and certainly can look to a great year ahead. On the Irish side, so much to be said about the Reynolds brothers, and particularly Nelson, and his shooting tonight was something to be reckoned with.
Right, and then Noah and another senior, Matt Williams, who when it was time we needed something done, either offensively or defensively, they were seniors. They stepped up and they did it.
And that's something that will be so key for this team. You have a lot of young talent, as we talked about before. You have great senior leadership on the Irish team, but then you have some great, strong juniors on this team. Certainly Nelson and Cheeto and Colin Schuler, but then the two freshman boys. You saw some nice minutes today in Cooper Koch and Lathan Somerville. Bright future for these boys.
It really is, and what I kind of sense with the team is they don't really care who scores, just as long as we score. And I think that's a great mentality. They play together offensively and defensively. Sometimes I think they're almost unselfish to a fault,
right?
If that's such a thing. But I know Coach Locker enjoys coaching this group of kids, and I'm thrilled they're playing. I'm just happy they're playing, and they're playing with the Notre Dame uniform on.
Absolutely. Well, once again, a quick shout out to our sponsors today. We have, of course, Midwest Orthopedics, Pipco, J.R. Koch, the J.R. Koch team at Maloof Realty, Jones Brothers Jewelers, Dillon Plumbing, DVI, and of course our own PND boosters, who are kind of at the center of all things here. Of course, I'd be terrible if I didn't give an incredible shout out to Mike Bear and his team, who are behind the scenes here, making the magic happen for us and for you at home. And then our athletic director, Dave Rudolph, pushing everything forward for all of us. On behalf of Mike Plunkett, I'm Jim Lynch. We'll be back on the air in some formation Thursday as we welcome IVC here to the kitchen again at Notre Dame. But again, happy to be with everybody tonight.
It was a pleasure being able to do this tonight, and certainly appreciate all the help we got to put this thing on. Sponsors and like you said, our tech department did a wonderful job putting this together in such short notice, and it's been a pleasure. Enjoyed working with you, Jim.
And you as well, Mike, and everybody, thank you for joining us. Stay safe, and God bless. We'll look forward to speaking with you next time on the air. Good night.